Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lady Keish Uncut. So let's jump right in. Today's video is going to be talking about an experience that I had being robbed at the bank that I previously worked at as a supervisor. The bank was named Guarantee Bank in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So this day was the day that I got robbed. It was February 12th of 2017. It was a Sunday. I wasn't even supposed to be working Sundays, but this particular Sunday I worked. I was on the schedule and I worked. So this is how it happened. The guy came up to our teller station. We had a little, and this bank was it was a storefront bank, so it was in a grocery store. He came up to our teller station. He was filling out a slip, but he wasn't, it looked like he was filling out a slip, so I didn't think much of it. And mind you, I deal with customers all day long, so I didn't think much of it. But he was writing a note on that slip. I never read a piece of paper so fast in my life. The note said, "This is a robbery. I am armed. Don't want to hurt customers. All 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. All I saw on that piece of paper was robbery. Don't want to hurt customers. All 10s, 50s, 20s, and 100s. So what I did was I looked at him to get another glimpse so I can tell the police how he looked. I opened my drawer. As I was opening my drawer, I pulled the silent alarm and I gave him the money. I picked up the bait money and the die pack along with the money that I had in my top drawer. Now that money that I had in my top drawer, I had a little over $600 in my top drawer. You know, you're only supposed to keep under $1,000 in your top drawer. So I had under $1,000 in my top drawer. That's what he got. I gave him the bait money and the die pack. Now the bait money is money that we have the serial numbers written down. So if you go and spend it and it gets to the right person, we can find it by the serial number. And the die pack is when you leave the premises, when you step foot off the premises, at a certain diameter, the money the die blows up. I'm sorry, excuse me. So the die pack is, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The die pack is when it dyes the money, and if it's too close to your skin, it'll give you third-degree burns. So that's what happened to him. Soon as he stepped foot out of the store, the money, you can see the pink dye coming out of his coat, and it ruined the money. And then he got third-degree burns. That's what we found out later on. But I'm telling you, I was never so scared in my life. I never was so scared. But it's like the Lord just took over my body and gave me this calmness. I was able to do all the steps that they gave me to do in case of a robbery. I got that man out of there within 30 seconds. And that's with reading the paper, giving him the money, pulling a silent alarm, giving him the bait and the die pack. That was all within 30 seconds. So I was very, very grateful that I did what I needed to do in order to protect my coworkers. Now, it was only one other coworker. It's only two people that work on Sundays. So she was actually in the office doing some work or on her phone, whatever, while I was on the teller line by myself, handling the situation that needed to be handled. Now, I thank God that it was not her that handled the situation, because we probably would have been killed. Now later on down the line, this is how I found out that he had a gun. I found out he had a gun is because he went to Racine. Our bank was in Kenosha. He went to another storefront bank in Racine. She went to Piggly Wiggly. I think that was Tri-City Bank. Yes, Tri-City Bank in Piggly Wiggly in Racine. So he went there and he robbed them. She wasn't able to think like how I had to think in that situation. She didn't give him the bait and die pack. But the police, they finally found him, and when they found him, they found a gun on him. He had I can't remember the gun that he had. I can't remember. A 38, something like that. But had I done anything different in that situation, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you about this video today. So I thank God that he kept me and gave me a mind to think fast in that situation, because if I was able to get him out of there within 30 seconds, you know I had to be thinking fast. Like I said, I never read a piece of paper so fast in my life. I read the paper, I skimmed it, I gave him the money, I got him out of there. And after I got him out of there, I left this part out. I waited. I waited about 30 to 40 seconds after he left out because I didn't want him to think I was trying to call the police or fiddling with the silent alarm or anything like that. But he hurried up, and once that money got dyed, and it blew up, the dye blew up in his coat and burned him, he hurried up and fled the scene. But a piece of my safety went out that door right with him. A piece of my safety went right out that door with him. Even to this day, I still look over my shoulder. I still am on very high alert because you can never be so safe. You never know who's watching you. You never know. He could have been following me home. He could have been doing anything, watching me and making sure that I don't do anything wrong or anything like that. So I just thank God today that I was able to think fast, and he's locked up to this day. I still get letters regarding the court case and the process of the case from the FBI and all that good stuff. I chose not to go to court. I don't want to see him. I don't want to face him. I don't want him to know that I know what he did or anything like that. Even though, of course, he knows I know what he did. But it gives me comfort not seeing him. So I never went to any of the court dates. But, yeah, some crazy things happened that day. It was really, really crazy. But my manager was so proud of me. He gave me a hug. He prayed for me. You know, my other coworker that was there on that shift, she was just like, she cried because she thought I was lying. When I told her, it made me so mad. She made me so mad, and she probably even knows still to this day that it made me mad because she was like, Markeisha, I saw the guy. He wasn't robbing you. You and him were talking. Why would you give him the money? I said, first of all, that wasn't the guy. Second of all, he wasn't playing. And third of all, why would I say the word robbery at a bank job? That word is taken very seriously in a bank setting. Very seriously. You never play about a robbery at a bank. It's just something you just don't do. It makes people uneasy. And anytime you robbed, it makes you uneasy. But anyways, they congratulated me, and for giving that dye pack out, they actually gave me $200 for that. So that was a blessing in disguise too. So I'm so thankful that I was vigilant and that I was sharp and on my A game, because had I done anything different, I probably wouldn't be alive to tell you about this video, or I probably would have even been wounded, you know. So thank God for smartness. Thank God for it, you know. So that concludes today's video. May God bless you. May he continue to keep you, blessing your body, mind, soul, spirit, and finances. My life has been a journey and not for the weak.